You could win a fancy prize on this morning's wheel, but next a couple with some fancy footwork. They've been dancing for about 50 years. You've got to see them dance. This is so much fun. You know, they might in fact be the Fred and Ginger of the Australian swing scene. Recently, they've returned from competing overseas and they're with us this morning to move and we welcome Ron and Margaret Winchester, known as the Swingchesters, ladies and gentlemen, and the Swing Patrol behind. Margaret, Ron, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you two guys have been dancing together for how long, Ron?
The jitterbug style of thing, about 10 years solid.
Okay, what was the first dance that you ever had with Margaret?
It was a quick step.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret used to teach ballroom, and I wanted her to learn jitterbug, jive and stuff. And
what year was that?
1969.
Wow. So you've been dancing for a fair while, 40-odd years, for a bit less than 40 years?
Yeah, well, we stopped dancing. We raised two boys. Then Margaret went back to university, and about 8 years ago,
you got back into it.
And I said, right, we're going to go out.
And you've even competed overseas. How often did you go overseas to compete, Margaret?
Only once.
You only went once. Yeah. Okay, what's the difference between the jitterbug and the jive? Because to me, the jitterbug was very much 40s, jive was getting into 50s. Am I right?
Yes. No.
Oh.
The jive was around...
We're causing a family argument here.
The jive was around in the 40s, and it was the American style of just doing things like what we used to dance, the foxtrot and the waltz too, and they used to jive around, and that's where it came from. I first saw it in America in 1942, and they were doing all this slow jive, and I loved that because you could cuddle all the girls while you're doing it.
When did you fall in love?
God, about 2 days ago, a long time ago.
But you told me before when you found out she could dance.
Well, that was one of the main things, you know, because I've always loved to dance. And after playing a lot of sport, I just had to do something, so I took up running. Wonderful.
Now you're dancing. Now this morning you're going to dancing. You're dancing, and we've got the Swing Patrol with us, and you're going to do a thing this morning with Sing, Sing, Sing. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of the Swing Patrol with Ron and Margaret Winchester. Go for it, people!